Listen, I totally get it. It can easily get confusing and frustrating with so many different diets out there. And yes, it's true. Certain diets can help you balance your hormones, and certain diets can literally wreck your hormones. And the carnivore diet is going to be one of those diets. So in today's video, we're going to dive into the reasons why and a different diet that you will want to adopt for yourself in order to restore your hormonal balance. Let's get started. Hey, it's Yulia Tarbath here, and together with my husband Paul Tarbath, we are certified holistic nutritionists with over 10 years of experience helping you create healthy hormones, healthy body, and the life of your dreams. Now, the other day I read a statement by this doctor who's considered a leader, and she was talking about how in order to balance your autoimmune issues and hormones, you need to eat a largely meat-based diet. And most people with hormonal imbalances, thyroid issues, hypothyroidism will also have autoimmune issues, so it's important to talk about that as well. Now, that doctor was so wrong. And let me explain why. So we've got 3 building blocks that we need to gain through our nutrition, 3 main building blocks, and that is carbohydrates, protein, and fat. And guess what we must consume plenty of? It's carbohydrates, baby. Why? Well, let's dive into some of the reasons why. So carbohydrates, and I mean whole food carbohydrates, not processed carbohydrates. Fresh whole food carbohydrates contain glucose. So they contain plenty of glucose. So what does that do? That energizes, literally energizes hormone-producing cells and helps convert inactive hormones into active hormones. Why do we need that? Well, let me give you an example. So with your thyroid hormone, and thyroid is such an important master gland in our body and controls so many functions in our body, you have T4 thyroid hormone, which is then converted into the active T3 thyroid hormone. And the active T3 thyroid hormone is very powerful. It powers your cells. That's what gives you lots of energy. That's what controls your metabolism. So if you are not eating plenty of carbohydrates in your body and not getting plenty of glucose, that process is going to get compromised. And as a result of that, you can start experiencing thyroid problems, energy problems, hair loss, libido, low libido, weight gain, and other issues. Now, one of the hormones that controls your mood is serotonin. And guess what helps you boost your levels of serotonin? Well, it's carbohydrates. Not only that, carbohydrates are also converted into glycogen. And glycogen is important as that storage especially when you're dealing with stress. So if you're feeling very low, worn down, and somewhat depressed, and you just feel these blues, you need to boost your levels of serotonin. You definitely need to boost your levels of thyroid hormones T3 and T4 if your thyroid is low, if your thyroid function is low. And you need that storage of glycogen to help you deal with stress. And guess what's going to help you do that? Eating a high carbohydrate diet, not a carnivore diet. Now, when I was on an anti-Candida diet myself that restricts your carbohydrates, that limits your carbohydrates, I went through a health crisis. Not only did I have severe adrenal fatigue where I struggled to function every single day and get out of bed, I also had depression, anxiety. I felt controlled by my emotions and emotional eating issues. I started to gain weight and I started to feel really low. And guess what happened when I switched to carbohydrate diets? High carbohydrate diet, and changed my lifestyle plan and just totally changed my nutrition, changed my life. Well, I started to experience more energy, I started to exercise, and eventually I was able to run a full marathon. Now, whole food carbohydrates are very rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, and you have to have those in order to help you have healthy function in hormones. Not only hormones, but healthy function in body. And guess what? Meat doesn't contain vitamin C. You're not going to get vitamin C from meat. You're not going to get fiber from meat, which is so important for helping you rebuild your gut health. And you're also not going to get antioxidants, important antioxidants from meat. So this is why you need to eat plenty of whole foods, not processed, whole food carbohydrates in order to boost your body and boost your immune system and help you rebuild healthy hormones. When I talk about whole food carbohydrates, what am I talking about? I'm talking about fresh whole fruit, which is amazing, such easy to digest type of food for your body. I'm talking about vegetables, like root vegetables. I'm talking about whole food grains and legumes and so forth. Yeah, so these are healthy whole food carbohydrates, and the more fresh and whole you eat, the better it is for your health. And another important thing with carbs is that whole food carbs and whole foods in your diet is that they lead to that healthy blood sugar control. So instead of that spike that you can get from processed carbs, and of course you're not going to eat processed carbs, right? So instead of that blood sugar spike, they help you control your blood sugar response. Yes, processed carbs and processed food can trigger inflammation, but on the other hand, whole food, high carbohydrate diet that is well balanced, so you're getting lots of carbohydrates, 75-80% plus, and you're also getting sufficient amount of protein and sufficient amount of fat. That type of diet can actually help you deal with inflammation. So when they say carbs cause inflammation, they give you an incomplete information, because inflammation is caused by processed food, and it is also caused by a diet that is high in meat and animal products. Now, is there a proof behind it? Of course there is, because what we do is actually scientifically proved. So there was a study that published research where they looked at the effects of meat and people who consumed a lot of meat and the inflammatory markers, and they discovered that a high meat diet actually causes inflammation in the body. Okay, let me also explain the T3 thyroid hormone. And low carbohydrate diets have been scientifically shown to lead to a drop in the active T3 thyroid hormone. So your T3 hormone is a very important hormone in your body, and it literally acts as a gas pedal in helping you supply energy to your cells and to your body, and also control your metabolism. T3 also has a direct impact on how much energy you feel throughout the day, and also how many daily activities that you can do. You know that feeling when maybe you wake up with somewhat, okay-ish levels of energy, but you go through your day, by 11 a.m. you feel like you can fall asleep, by 4 p.m. you have this blood sugar dip and just total drop in energy. And especially if you're a professional person and you need to handle clients and meetings, and you need to, especially if you are at a point where you're leading people and you are just constantly experience that dip in energy, it can get really difficult. So you really need to understand, how do I supply my body with the right nutrition so I have consistent energy? What sort of lifestyle can help me lead to that? And it's not going to be a carnivore diet. Now, T3 hormone also affects your cardiovascular health, and this is literally just how many functions T3 hormone has. And I'm talking about it all because it's so important, and because on a high carnivore, on a high meat diet, carnivore diet, you can experience a drop in the active T3 levels. So when your cardiovascular health goes out of balance, that's when you can have heart problems, that's when you can have high blood pressure issues as well. And that is why you need to eat a diet that prevents that from happening in the first place. Now, T3 hormone is also very important for your brain and nervous functions. So low levels of T3 can start leading to anxiety, problems with your behavior. They can start leading to depression. They can start causing other brain problems. So it's not the hormone that you want to take lightly. It's a very, very important hormone, and it's also the type of hormone that can help you boost your mental health, boost your brain health, and start feeling more vibrant and energetic. Not only that, your hormones, your thyroid hormones, and specifically T3 hormone, also affects your fertility and your cycle. So women who have low levels of thyroid hormone and low levels of T3 hormone can start experiencing problems with their cycle and can start experiencing problems with their fertility. So that's another reason why you definitely don't want to experience that drop in your active T3 thyroid hormone. Not only that, your hormones, and again the famous T3 thyroid hormone, also influence your immune system. So if you're feeling run down all the time and your immune system is low, you probably need to address hormonal imbalances as well. And one of the best ways for you to do it is to do it through nutrition, is to do it through understanding and correcting root causes that could have created this problem in the first place, and also understanding how you can maintain a healthy diet long term so you can experience weight loss, healthy weight loss, and get into your ideal shape where you just thrive in, where you can wear the beautiful clothes that you want to wear, where you can feel confident in your body, just feel really confident and beautiful in your skin. So creating that, also creating good mood, and you have good energy levels, and you feel happy and joyous and light during the day, and also you feel mentally sharp and you're able to perform tasks, and you have energy to do physical activities as well. So all those things can be brought into balance as a result of you looking after your hormones and correcting any possible hormonal deficiencies or excess of certain hormones like estrogen, and all that can be achieved, or most of it can be achieved, through your diet, lifestyle, nutrition, and so forth. So what does this plan actually look like in practice? I've created a special free 5-step masterclass that is going to go into the strategies to help you lose 10 to 50 pounds, optimize your hormones, and achieve vibrant energy levels. So all you need to do is grab your spot, register, and we'll drop a link in the description as well. And in the next video, I'm talking about mistakes that you definitely want to avoid if you are balancing your hormones. See you there.